Hello and welcome to this new edition of the Genius Yield monthly update. Over the past month of April, our team has been hard at work and has made a lot of progress across multiple fronts. So today I will be um, giving a summary of some of our updates across our ISPO, our Genius X ISPO, our partnerships, and then give some development update on our decks and announce some exciting news as well as social content that we've created. So let's get started. So starting with the ISPO. So as you probably know, the Genius Yield ISPO is ending pretty soon. It's ending on May 10th. So we'd like to thank you very much to all our delegators that have been super loyal with us till the end. Um, we've come a long way since we started in December, and we're very happy and grateful for how this ISPO has gone. But we're not quite over yet. We actually are launching a second ISPO for the Genius X program. So as you know, Genius Yield also has a side project called Genius X that is about launching an accelerator program for projects on Cardano. We have over 10 projects in our portfolio right now that we're helping develop their product, set up the entity, raise funds so they can really be able to accelerate the deployment of their dApps. On top of that, we're also building a launch pad that would allow Cardano projects to raise funds through a public sale through our launch pad. And so if you're interested in supporting the Genius X program, we will be starting an ISPO one epoch after the Genius Yield ISPO, so on May 15th. And so if you are currently a Genius Yield delegator and you wish to participate in the Genius X ISPO, then you don't need to do anything. We are repurposing the current pools into this new ISPO, so you can just keep your stake in the same pools. We are also running a ISPO contest where you can win up to 20,000 Gens X token and up to 800 US dollars. So if you want to learn more about the criteria of the contest, please check out our post on Twitter on that subject. On the subject of Genius X, so maybe you know that we have a partnership with the Igon, which is a decentralized cloud storage provider building on Cardano, and they've also launched their ISPO a couple weeks ago, and so we've decided to partner and create a joint pool between Genius X and Igon. So the Gens 2 pool, if you're staking to it, that means that half of your stake will go towards accumulating Gens X token, and the second half of your stake will go towards accumulating Igon token. So if you're bullish on both projects and you don't know, you can choose which one to delegate, then Gens 2 is the pool for you to get able to accumulate both tokens. We also announced a new project joining our accelerator program. So Smart Places is a decentralized social network building on Cardano. They're building a very innovative platform where it is the first platform where you can connect to earn. It rewards users for connecting and interacting on their platform. So if you're interested to learn more about Smart Places, please check them out on Twitter. Moving on to partnerships, we've have a couple of new partnerships announced this month. The latest one is Vi Finance, which is a yield optimizer, yield aggregator built on Cardano. We are joining forces to provide a better experience and DeFi ecosystem for everyone on Cardano. As a first step of our partnership, we are allowing Gens liquidity providers on their decks to farm ViFi tokens and ViFi liquidity providers on our decks to earn Gens tokens. We've also partnering with CardaShift, which is another great launchpad project on Cardano. They are, although specializing more on community, and they are concentrating on social and environmental impact companies. So if that's something that interests you, please check out their website. And lastly, we're also doing a partner thing with JB, which is a consultant firm out of Switzerland, and they will be helping out all our Genius X companies with AML compliance and regulatory and licensing services related to business creation and token issuance. So moving on to the Genius Decks, this month we won't have a UI demo to give you because we've actually focused this month on our backend. We've actually are significantly upgrading all our backend infrastructure to really improve the reliability and scalability of all our systems. We're also improving the state management of our application and introducing better data streaming processing pipelines so we can build the best and provide guaranteed performance and reliability to the Genius Decks. At the same time, we are also refactoring our UI. So we've had some great feedback so far on our UI after our demos, but we're actually improving it further. We're adding more functionalities. We're making it more intuitive. And yes, we're going to make it even more beautiful. In terms of the front end, we're also doing some refactoring there. So addressing a lot of tech debt, improving the modularity of our code, increasing the composability of the blockchain. The goal is to really build an application that can grow over time and really be adapted and maintained well as we scale. In terms of smart contracts, we are also going to we're finalizing our smart contracts, and we're going to be starting our audit sometime in May. We will be doing our audit with Twig, and so we're excited to get that process started. In terms of smart contracts, we're actually adding a couple of extra features that we've come up with recently. I can't announce all these new features right now, but the ones I can announce is that we will allow for liquidity providers to stake their ADA while providing liquidity into our DEX. So that means that liquidity providers will have three sources of yield, right? The first source of yield is from the LP fee paid by the DEX, and then yield farming that some pools will be compatible with, and then on top of that, earning staking rewards if that pool contains ADA. And on top of that, we're actually increasing the scope of our on-DEX staking so that even people providing GENS token will be able to earn staking rewards. So that will allow people that not having to choose between staking GENS tokens or providing GENS token as liquidity, they will be able to do both at the same time. And to finish, I will go over some of the great content we've published over this month on our social media. So our content team has been hard at work in continuing to create this cool Genius Decks series on YouTube. We've added, I think, three or four more videos this month. A video about smart order routers, smart liquidity vaults, the Gen staking program, and also on impermanent loss and how the Genius Decks avoids impermanent loss. So if you're interested in learning more about those concepts that kind of define the Genius Decks experience, check out those videos on our YouTube channel. We've also created educational content in our Medium. Through Medium post, we've created a post about layer 2 scaling that we're very excited about coming on Cardano, things like sidechains, Hydra, Mithril, and off-chain computation. We've also have a post on the Vaso hard fork that is coming in June and all the exciting upgrades that we can expect on Cardano. And lastly, we also have dedicated an article on our Genius Yield staking program. People have been asking us about the utility of the token, and so it describes how a portion of all the revenue generated on our platform, that means revenue from the DEX and revenue from the yield optimizer, get redistributed proportionally to our GENS stakers. So that's it for today. Thank you again for joining me this month of April for this monthly update. And I will see you in the next month. Thank you. Bye.